Huh. Well, hello. Greetings and salutations. A little candle on the go. Now I've just smoked myself out with candle fumes. What not to do on a live stream is fumigate yourself with the extinguishing of candles. Hello, happy hump day, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. If you've made it this far in the week, well done. Keep going. You've only got another few days to hit till next Monday. Joy. So, last few weeks I've been doing the Warcradle Wednesdays, but I changing it this week because I really fancy doing some little tiny robots. Um, so we're doing some Mechanicum stuff today, and yeah, so I've quickly before coming online, I based the last couple of these and I sprayed them with some primer, so we can literally get straight into painting them. I've just remembered what I really need to do is actually get the ones I painted previously so I know what I did. But how's your week going so far? Are we hobbying tonight? Are we just chilling, listening to me warble on about stuff? So these are what we're aiming to. Oh, you worked just then. One day. Well, there you go. So that's what we're aiming for with these little chaps, the Thanators. The Cavis, the Las Cannon, Solix Las Cannon, and the Vulturax. So we've got one Vulturax there to do, and obviously 3 Cavis and 4 Cavis and 3 Thanatars. Yeah, so that is the plan. Hey, JS Idaho, hello! Great week so far, and hello to you too, JS. Itty bitty robot committee. Like what you did there. Yes, that is what we are going with, the itty bitty robot committee today. And I need to find my. I may just have one in my pocket. What to do? So, Bira Moretti is my paint pot of choice today. So I go over these. So once the primer's done, which I've obviously already done, I literally just go over it with the jet exhaust, Vallejo colour. So that is your base layer for all of these Mechanicum units I've done. So you always used to go with lead belcher, but this stuff, this Vallejo, it goes on smoothly, it's thin as well, but it's got great coverage on it. So that's why we go with that on these ones in particular. Make sure we get the toes. Little bits that are hard to reach. Are you painting these big standard Mechanicum or custom? I'm replicating what I did last time with my big guys, which was Mars, so it's mostly red. Red and silver. As you would come to expect with anything Mechanicum. So, because I've always based, obviously, I'm the Forge of Mars, so I have to go with Mars as my Mechanicum Tagmata forces. It's the rules that I abide by. The summation, ultimate sum, 0, 1. So yeah, that's basically what I do for these guys. So the Halfords primer, as always, as the base. Is the music okay, or is it a bit loud? Just want to make sure. Because unfortunately on my end it seems okay. It's not as loud as I am, but I'm not listening to it via speakers on YouTube. Otherwise I'd get a little bit of strange feedback. What is Mr. Idaho working on today as well? Anything interesting of note? Yeah, so basically you've got in the box set you get well, obviously the battle group box set, the big one. You get a sprue. Well, you get 2 sprues, but on each sprue you get to do 2 Calyx and 2 Kavas. Music is good. And hello, Badger. Hello. How was your weekend? I see you got an award from Titaning with your Titan battles. How did you do? Badger took part in the Maximal Fire Titan Adeptus Titanicus campaign weekend at Beachhead this weekend. Hail Badger! 2nd place. I kind of expect that from you anyway, Simon. Are you using your Ignatum, wasn't you? I think I saw Jay had his Ignatum as well, didn't he? It seems like a great weekend, judging by the pictures that I've seen floating around. Narrow loss, game 4 sent me down to 2nd table. 2nd and 3rd places came down to points conceded. Ooh, so quite tight indeed. And that's what you kind of want to see as well in a campaign. I know obviously you've got the better end of the narrow points in some respects, but you know, you want it to be close and not just like a, you know, it's anyone's game. It's more exciting for the us, you know, people out from the outside. Oh, Jay, to miss him. I paint Victorium in a month. Nice. So you use Victorium? I thought. I swear I could have seen Ignatum there, and I knew that you'd obviously done Ignatum in the past, and I thought Jay had done them as well. Or am I getting confused with who took the fucking things? It was definitely 2 different Ignatum groups. Battle groups, anyway. Not modelling right now, but I have a couple of Infinity models to paint for my wife on the bench. Nice. So I've got a whole load of nomads I bought donkeys years ago, which I painted up, but I've never played Infinity. I just like the models, like the Hellcats and the salamanders, iguanas, the suits. But a few Ignite players, Jay doesn't have Ignite, he's intimidated by the paint scheme. I'm probably get confused because again, it's who I've seen on painting them on Instagram, and I've just obviously got confused between Jay and whoever did do Ignite for Beachhead. Alright, cheers. I'll take a look in the mook. I saw the nice little trophies that I take it Johnny got made and the boys painted. Free Victorian Legios. So basically you all had custom rules for them then. Yes, I was a bad person. Well, would all three players of Victorian use the same build, or were you all different? I took the most versatile list they've ever written. What's that include then? Oh, so it is very nice. I'm going to say, in a month to do that little lot, 3 Hounds Reaver and 2 Warlords. I was the only Victorian player. There's 3 Victorian Legios. Like there's 2 Volcano. Ah, right. Well, not bad going. Who won it overall? It's got a really sort of a date to go and because Johnny wants to have a game. Well, he asked me last year. Well, he's asked me a couple of times, to be fair. There's the whole getting my people to speak to his people and his people to speak to others. Hello, boss. I'm here. I'm trying to focus and not chat too much till I get going a bit. No problem at all. I say so. It's good to see and well to hear that you are in the loft and getting some painting going at least. So feel free as and when you want to pop in and chat. It's more than welcome. You know that. I'll keep rambling and painting. There's no, as everybody knows, there's no obligation to communicate. It's just nice to have you here. Lee, how is the part clean up on those models? Are they painted just small? No, there's not. There's very little cleanup, to be fair. Obviously, positioning of gates and stuff. You know, you can get them off fairly easily, and just a little bit of tidy up with a craft knife or you know, if you've got a little file or something. Oh, bless you. I will chat. I just need to get these commissioners. Yeah. Well, you power through then. We will all keep you company. Don't you worry about that. We're good like that, aren't we, people? So I know I've got like since Christmas, well, in the new year, I've been doing the Warcradle Wednesdays, but you know, I just really wanted to get on with these. I started building them the other day, and I just wanted to get them done. Similar, I think, but there's probably a bit too much paint there, so got to get that off in quick. That's my kitty. That's it's really impressive how, for such a thin paint, the amount of pigment it has to smoothly go over everything, and like I say, like so well. It's incredible. been really impressed with. Like, I've had these Vallejo paints for a couple of years, to be honest with you. So they've not dried out, unlike certain brands. Um, I actually think, right, that um, I got all the free Vallejo paints I picked up from Griffin Games when I first found out of its existence in Harlow. So that was before that first GriffCon that you was at with your Squigs boss. So what's that? And that was obviously way before BB turned up. Yeah, because the last year's one was the third one. So yeah, so I've had these paints at least 3.5 years. That's going quite well. Almost done. Yes, they are. I do actually have some. I'm just trying to remember where they are. I think they're. Yeah, if you give us a couple of minutes, JS, I'll have a look because I do have a little box from before AT came out. Well, actually, before they even announced AT was coming out, in a hobby group that I had run on Facebook, there was a few of us who was discussing about doing an epic army project sort of thing for nostalgia purposes. And I bought some bits and pieces off of eBay. And some of it was some infantry dudes with some land raiders and rhinos and those sort of bits and pieces. I'll have to borrow this torch. Ooh. Just drop everything. Alright, so if you guys just go there to dry a little bit more. Thank you. Behave. So here's the so they're your infantry, your normal tactical. Right. So that's your size difference from original infantry tacticals to new tacticals. We've also got original Rhino and new Rhino. So you can see I was painting these up as Imperial Fist then with the old yellow. I think it was like Avalon Sunset Spray I might have used on that. So there's your Scowl Creep. Land Raider. I mean, I don't have any Land Raiders for my Imperial Fist. I only have Spartans. I've got Land Raiders with the other dudes. If only I could open it. Oh, there you go. Let's put them more central. There you go. So that's your size enhancement. And you got big stompy robots to go with. Spartan. They are really quite awesomely detailed. Oh, Arnold. Cute. That is insane. So damn small. Yeah, exactly. With having aging eyes, I welcome Scowl Creep. Yeah, no, so do I. You know, even these can be a little bit. To be fair, with the infantry, you've got a little bit of focusing on details. You don't have to, but it does make them a little bit more awesome. So it's just like picking out bits of gold, plumes, the odd bit of gold here and there. Put that back there. But yeah, so that's your. Actually, think about it. Land Speeder. Land Speeder. It's a penny. Wow. I earn more money back. There's a penny that is used as a base. I never noticed that before. And Outriders, which is on a bit of card by lots of things. So Outriders and Outriders. You can't really see these because they're all yellow. So yeah, quite a difference as you can see. I don't think there's anything else in there that's different. No, just land speeders, infantry. I paid about 20 quid for basically it was like a box of bits. They're all original ones as well, so not even like, you know, dodgy. But, yes. And that, my dear friends, is show and tell. So I use like little haberdashery type boxes for storing tanks, aircraft, drop pods. This one's got rhinos and dreadnoughts in. And with the rhinos as well, JS, you get variations on the weapons. So you can have storm bolters and havoc launchers. Just 2 bolters. Or pintle mounted multi-melter, which you can't see. No, it's not having it. Okay, so pintle mounted multi-melter. I've still got to do the rhinos for my Emperor's Children, so they've got them up there. I've also got the not the Sakarans, the small speedy tanks. Oh, damn it. They were the sabres. Sabre Strike Squadron. So I got these for Christmas, along with the Thunderhawk that I've done for the Emperor's Children. So, yes. Rob serenaded me with that song today. Really need to get back into LI. Went off the deep end into Death Guard 40k size. Never sticking to one project. I am. Well, it's nice to have a little break every now and again. And then, you know, when you feel the mood. Let's say, like, I've had a couple of weeks away from Tiny Small Dudes. And I've come back and doing Tiny Small Dudes again. So in between doing ships and what else was I painting recently? Oh yeah, the new that Titan the other day. The Reaver I done for the Gryphonicus. So that was again another little project. I've got an iconoclast I've got to do at some point. Squigs! Get the squigs. Should I do it? Fuck it. Tasty brush. So I'm using Fist on Air because again it's light, it's not going to hide details. It allows the sort of metallic nature of these buttes stick out a little bit. And hip. Before coming on, boss, I watched the trailer for season 3 of The Wheel of Time. I'm still going to watch it. You know, I still like the characters, even though it's not, you know, exactly the same as it should be. You know, I'm just interested to see what they actually change next. How angry should I be? I'm not 100% sure because there was lots of stuff going on there. There is one thing that I'd found out yesterday was that Elida, you know, the one who takes over the Armored Seat position from Swan Sonche, is played by oh Jesus, Shure. She played Christian in The Expanse, Avasarala. She's playing what's her face, Elida. So that's going to be interesting. Not how I envisioned her sounding like, a husky Iranian woman. But I love Shure. Mainly for that voice. I didn't see I wasn't really paying attention, to be fair. I was in the middle of doing stuff. Perrin's the same, Rand's the same. I'm assuming that the second Matt Colfin is the same as well. And there's definitely stuff going on. I think it's back in the Two Rivers. He says. It might not be. I could be completely making that up. It's just that I saw Perrin out with a load of archers. We all know that the Two Rivers have some of the finest archers. Old Tam, Ulfor, and Daddy Colfin. Doop 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 doop. I'm quite happy to watch it and obviously give you brief mentions of what's different. Because I told you about Bear and Ruach and all that, didn't I? The other week. No, his dad was a horse trader, weren't he? I don't think he was a drunk. He might have had, you know, a bit of a run in with stuff. But and say a lot of those characters, even in the books, they basically, you know, they redeem themselves one way or another. Yeah, it's yeah, but it's, I don't know, because that is quite a drastic change between the books and this. It's in some respects I can see something like that, because I say it does give him that reluctance about falling in love, because he did seem like in the books he was always a little bit like ooh, but because that was the prediction, weren't it, about the Falcon. Maybe it's just trying, you know, just give him a bit more depth in that regard. But he's not the same as book Perrin, for sure. I think the actor does a good job though. So unnecessary. Yeah, it's kind of like with um, you know, Villeneuve with Dune, like the changes he's done in that. You know, does it add to the story? Possibly, but it's his interpretation. So you're always going to get that with directors in general, aren't you? They're going to have their own little stamp on things, on how things should be. And I don't know if this the guy showrunner Rafe Jenkins. Don't know if he was a fan of the books. I've never really watched any of their interviews. I did used to watch the like the real, you know, in-depth book fans, where they had their little sort of like YouTube channels. But I stopped watching them before they released the first season. So I don't know how they feel about the interpretation. I can only the only thing I remember, the last thing I remember watching was when they was watching like one of the newer trailers for the first season, and you know, being all hyped and going, "Oh, look, that's a Trolloc." Plug it back in. Done. Don't allow. No, don't want that. Oh. What did I do? That's better. I just inadvertently closed my windows. Grass. Let's focus. And so he's doing these semi-rough already because we'll be going over the going over the Thanatar at least with Known Oil, and then I'll be picking out colours again once that's all dried and tidy up. Doop-a-doop-a-boo. Right. Doop-boo. Trying to think what else was happening in the world in general with the hobby stuff. Hopefully I'll be getting my Trench Crusade stuff next week. My friend Nigel said he was aiming to get it posted off to us today actually, so but hopefully that'll arrive next week, allowing for postage, and I can get going with them. I've got New Antioch and some mercenaries turning up. Which will look awesome, no doubt. Oh yeah. And that's the thing as well, it's like where I'm so used to having like a series to be sort of getting on with and all that. I've got nothing to watch. There are certain things I've started, like Severance. I started watching, but I was finding that sort of hard to get a foot into. I do have Silo season 2. I could get onto. I even restarted watching The Expanse because I had nothing really was grabbing me. Do you think they'll make plastic kits for Trench Crusade? Probably not, because I think their whole remit is that they're doing stuff on CAD, and then allowing people. Well, they can print it off. Um, or you can print it off. They're doing Kickstarter. Well, they've just done another Kickstarter for a new faction called Red Brigade, which is another sort of what do you call it? We started watching Paradise, didn't it? And as if by magic, the Thirsty Boy turns up. Can confirm that Paradise is very cool. Also now want to rewatch The Expanse. Yeah, I started a couple of weeks ago. I've only done a couple of episodes while I was like around the kids doing ironing and stuff. So I sort of jumped. I ignored the first two episodes, went straight into episode 3. And what was going on from there, really, with the whole Donager. As I call it, Donager Part 1 and 2, because that's where it all kicks off. So again, I might just nip back in and continue with The Expanse for my sci-fi flavour, and might have a look at this Paradise, see what that's all about. Yeah. And then go from there and compare notes. I watched Landman, which was pretty cool. And that's on, I think that's on Paramount, he thinks, or it might be on Apple. But that was enjoyable. Billy Bob Thornton, petrol. I think I was telling you about it the other week, actually, wasn't I? Petrol chemicals, drilling, how dangerous and stuff, and all the other stuff that goes on with it, with big business. I've watched the first couple of episodes so many times where I've got other people started on it. Skipping straight into episode is a good shout. Yeah, so we know that all sort of thing. And episode 3, you know, that whole the arguing, and then obviously the Donager turning up, it's when things start, because we know the whole background, and that's what the first 2 episodes is doing. It's letting you know what the hell's going on in the universe. Yeah, Landman is pretty cool. You know, again, it's different because it's, well, I say it's different. It's different from what's out at the moment for sure. You know, all like petrol stuff. There is you know, a lot of different sort of things going on between different characters. It's got the guy from Mad Men's in it as well. He's a not a main character, but he's in there a bit. Ali Larter, who was in, I first knew her in Heroes. She's in it as Billy Bob Thornton's ex-wife, and oh my god, she's so full on, like proper, yeah, ham dude, ham. John Hamm in it? John Hamm, yeah. Yeah, he's in it. Um, oh, wow, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Jesus Kringles. Demi Moore, she's in it as well. She's John Hamm's wife. What the hell? You can bugger off. Thank you. Landman is a great show. What the hell is going? No, I don't want that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll say, like, I finished off Yellowstone. That was cool. Um, I enjoyed Yellowstone. I don't know, I was like, yeah, I like a little bit of cowboy stuff every now and again. I'm trying to think what other ones I've. I'm just going to go reference my Tulsa King. Yeah, that was another one I was watching. Now I haven't caught up with the new season of that. So I've got Silo on Apple. I've got Silo Shrinking, season 2. I was watching Sunny, but that was a little bit hard going at times. I was watching Time Bandits as well, but yeah. Severance, I only got up to halfway through episode 5. So that's all I've been watching there. And come out of that, go into that. No, don't want that. Yeah, so back on Expanse on Prime. Oh, Buck Rogers I was watching again. Rings of Power I've not even considered. Ooh, Reacher season 3 coming soon to Prime. Nice. I'll look forward to that. I do love a bit of Reacher. Well, Borderlands is going to rent a buy. I don't know how to feel about that. Haven't watched it. Oh, Dark Matter on Prime was actually quite cool, and Nautilus was actually pretty cool as well. I like that. So that's obviously the Jules Verne thingy. Yeah, I think I mentioned that to you already as well, Rob. Nautilus. That's very dystopian wars. I finished The Boys. Done Fallout. Those About to Die was actually quite good. Enjoyed that. Carnival Row. Yeah. Yes. I haven't really watched much on Disney for a while. I did start watching Skeleton Crew. I've got the new season of Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. I've got to catch up on. I was letting them play out so I could get the dubbed versions because I like to hear, because I'm normally playing it whilst hobbying, and subtitles I can't paint whilst reading. So Paradise is at #1. So that's on my list now. List of things to do. Alright, get that out of the way. No. There you go. Overdub Heathen. Yeah, but as I said, I do most of my stuff whilst hobbying, and if I've got to watch something, I can't paint, so I'd rather hear it. And to be fair, like when I started out on Bleach, I started out with dubbed because that's what we had on DVD, and I'm sort of used to the character voices, so I kind of like that. Ryu. And when I first, in my teenage years, yes, I'd go with subtitles. Because I weren't painting as much. So that was I understand. Oh, thank you. So my first exposure to anime was probably about 40 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was around about sort of 1985, 86. Might have been 87. Because my brother had moved to Basildon from London. And Yeah. So it was sometime between, yeah, so I think it was around about 87, 86, 87. Because where my brother had moved out of London, like he got married when he was 21 and had got a house already, sort of thing. And in Basel at the time, they had this embargo against television aerials, so everywhere was on cable TV, sort of thing. The first exposure to cable TV. Satellite was still sort of fairly new in its infancy, and there was this cable TV channel called Premiere, which was basically like Sky Movies, um, and he used to record stuff off of Premiere on VHS to give to his little brother. Because I was a lot younger, I was only like 12. Yeah, well, I'd only been about 12, 13 at that time. Um, so, like Top Gun, I had when it was shown on there. So, you know, I had that on thingy and some other films. But he got Nausicaa, or Warriors of the Wind, as it was called over here. Not Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind, which was its actual name. So that was my first exposure to anime, and it's still one of my favourites. And that was all dubbed. So, you know, it was just as it was. I didn't know what was what. It was just a cartoon to me, but then it was more than that. Absolutely loved that film. La, 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 la. Such a great movie. And I definitely had a thing for Nausicaa. Although she's not called Nausicaa in that one. If she was Princess Sandra or Sharon, I think. I can't remember. But I later found out that the voice of Lord Yoppa, who was the badass dude, was Patrick Stewart. Like GeForce Battle of the Planets, Robotech were my anime gateways. Yeah, GeForce, yeah, we had that. The Battle of the Planets. Robotech we didn't have. Is your favourite? Well, see, that's why we're like, you know, we're friends. Absolutely love Nausicaa. Ah, I've knocked it over. I knocked over my no-no, but luckily there's not that much in there to spill. Yeah, I absolutely, you know, I fell in love with Nausicaa and a little like flying glider thing and the little cat creature that she adopts. I was so jealous of that cat creature as a teenage boy. She was so lovely. She went round there, she kicked ass. And again, like, she's a fucking strong female character. I think next time we come round, we got to watch Nausicaa together. Well, and Rob, but you know, we have to sit there and make him enjoy it as much as we do. Unless he already enjoys it. I don't know. Do you, Rob? Yeah, yeah. The gunship was pretty cool, but it was a bit like sort of in a way, it sort of had like a Mad Max feel to it because of like the it's when like the history, like when they're talking about when the giants walked across the earth and was like destroying everything, and it felt a bit like the the Lost Children in. I'll go watch Porco Rosso upstairs. The house is split. La 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 la. Laputa. I always remember when Laputa was shown on national TV. I must have been about 15, and I remember I started watching it, and I then went outside, was playing with some of the kids, and I came back in. It was still on. It just seemed to like go on for ages. Oh, sorry, I got a really itchy back. But yeah, Laputa, I watched it again later and I appreciated it a lot more. Howl's Moving Castle, of course. Poca Rosso, I haven't actually watched. That's one of the only ones I haven't watched. They actually done a with Nausicaa as well. They actually done um, another version of it, but it was like a modernised, updated version with other voices, other voice actors. Because I'm sure um, Shia LaBeouf was in it. We'll have to find out now. Cast. Oh yeah, so yeah, they redid it. Oh, Mark Hamill's in it as well. Oh, this is the redone version. Patrick Stewart still retains Lord Yopper because he was absolutely fucking badass. Takes the knife in the wrist, in the arm, forearm. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf as Asbel. I think it's covering all voice talents in this. Uma Thurman as Krishana. Alison Lohman as Nausicaa. Who else? Jodie Benson as Lestelle's mother. Chris Sarandon as Cora Tora, sorry. Mark Silverman, Tony Jay as the narrator, Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime himself is in there. Mona Marshall, I've been called worse, as woman. It's got everything. Jeff Bennett, Cam Clark, Prince Milo, Nicholas Guest, nothing's there. So yeah, they definitely did a like an updated thingy at some point. 9.5, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Edward James Olmos as well as Mito. Classic. Oh yeah. Yes. Sorry, I was just being distracted by notifications. I'm off it. It's too. Obviously, back then as a kid, time dilation was a common thing. Because I remember starting watching it, going out somewhere, running around, playing games, then going back indoors. And you know how you could go out and feel like you've just done so much stuff, and it's like it's only been an hour. You go, what the hell? What the hell? Yeah, no, Gundam. I didn't watch a Gundam cartoon until probably in lockdown when I first saw Unicorn. So that was my first proper Gundam thinking. I think Macross is either going. I think he's going to Disney. Going to be doing Macross, Robotech Macross, or whatever it is. So once that's on there, I'd probably give that a go. Because again, it's like I've heard so much about it that you got to watch it. Really, it'd be rude not to. Uh, I'm going to give the old hairdryer a go. So Sorry about that. Hello, the plastic painter. Hello, folks. I hope you're not too late. Need Forge World colour recommendations. Which Forge World? Are we talking as in the background lore, or are we actually talking about Forge World, the store? How what are we working on? Well, you know what I'm working on, Tiny Little Robots. But what are you working on? Apart from needing Forge World colour recommendations. We are all ears. Two Lois, two Traitor, Admech and Dark Admech. Hey Gizmo. How are you, buddies? So, have you got with your Admech Titans to go with for the Admech, or are you doing these as a separate entity? Been lovely to hang, but I'm done for the evening. Have a good stream, Lily. Thank you very much, boss. Thank you for dropping in, and thank you to Rob for dropping in as well. I'll speak to you again soon, no doubt. And yeah, I hope you've managed to break the back of those pesky orcs. I'll speak to you soon. And love to BB, please. Night, night, Rob. Wow. My main hobby today has been building at my unbuilt models. Yeah, I know that feeling. Though I am playing a dark mech painted as Interfector. Ooh. To play my Titans as traitors, or without as loyalists. Well, the thing is, like, I think the standard scheme that they've done for the stalkers and stuff, be it black and bronze, it's, you know, you can go anywhere. You know, I think with Dark Mechanicum, you can just do you don't need to do them as a Forge World, really, because I think at that point they're breaking their bonds away from the sort of whole Cult Mechanicus sort of setup anyway. So it does give you a lot of sort of like carte blanche in that respect, that you can just go, okay, I like these colours, I'm doing these colours. Obviously, like with Titan Legios, they're still in transition, apart from any that are going to be sort of like corrupted Titans. They will do whatever they want to do anyway. But it's yeah, I'd actually, like, with like the Stalkers side of things, I would go with like the same sort of scheme that they've got with the actual Dark Mechanicum themselves. So like most people go with Xana 2, which is like the bone and sort of brass or bronze sort of colour. Very, very similar to the Vulturum and the Knights. on there, aren't they? Malanax. So those dudes on the thingy. So they're again black and bone cream sort of colours. What was I doing? Infector. Regio Interfector. Yeah. So, oh. Because there's no sort of listing, like Valios 2 being the Interfector's home world, which you would assume would be a home forge or forge world or something like that. Well, normally, like with colour recommendations, I would normally go like, we'll do like a mirror of what you like the Forge world or whatever you're going with. So obviously with Vulturum and Malanac, they're basically the same colours, which is like the bone black and sort of silver trim or whatever it is. So again, you'll be going like black with like bone trim on that. Yeah. So they look cool. Like they would look cool with the black, obviously, or like a blood red. So not necessarily like, I would go like a real dark red sort of thing, like maybe a corn red or Gulva back sort of thing, not bright and vibrant red. So because obviously that'd be more associated with Mars. So I'd go for like that real sort of like spoilt meat red sort of thing, because that would be a bit different. But you don't want to be vibrant, do you? You want them to be sort of like menacing. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I would do like reverses, because obviously Interfector are black plates and red trim. So do red, but with black trim. Try one of them out. That would, again, black and red's going to go together anyway. But I'd go for that to say that more, to give them a little bit more difference to the Interfectors. Go for a much more muted, darker red sort of thing, like earthy red. Because you don't want them matching, you want them complementing. And the thing is, if you try one, even if you do go for darker red and you're not sold on it, it's not going to be hard to just go over it with a lighter red to bring it up again, sort of thing. Or just thought, like again, like doing the red, but then doing like a wash over it, like a dark red, or or just even a black. I'm a big fan of like with spoiled meat red, yummy, yeah. Like with gold, I did this with my Eidolon. I went multiple layers of Nuln oil over the gold, so you got this really sort of like different gold look sort of thing, because it's like heavily like black gold, you know, literally. But it's got that, still got the gold bits showing, but with quite a lot of black. So maybe do something like that as well. But I would definitely try out going with that sort of like corn slash Gulver black, maybe, because that would be totally different. Or like corn would be still red, but deep red, and give it a shade or something, and then a dry brush to bring it out, to give it a bit more depth to the plates, and then say either do the black trim. And I would go with Corvus black is my favourite black, because it's so, you know, it's not too shiny, so it's got a nice sort of subtleness to it. Right now I'm finishing building my second Thunderhawk for my LI army, and this one's for my Thousand Suns. Nice! Thousand Suns are always awesome to have. I actually have a Heresy Thousand Suns force. It's mostly infantry based. I have no vehicles for it whatsoever. And the only time I've actually utilised them in game was for a small force to aid to go in with my friends, Sons of Horus. So I've got a few like Contemptors, or the Siren Contemptor as well, and little bits I did. Yeah, no, yeah, I've got lots of good tips. I've got a couple of Leviathans as well, because I always used to focus more on like infantry heavy units. I played some. I think I used them in a Zone Mortalis game as well. But I've mostly used Emperor's Children and Raven Guard as my main armies, and Alpha Legion. Last time I played, actually no, the last time I played was Emperor's Children, because I played my friend Ivy against her Blood Angels with my with my Emperor's Children, so we actually did have a face-off between Sanguinius and Fulgrim. Also had a face-off of Fulgrim, not Fulgrim. What's his face? Lucius versus Sanguinius. Well, Sanguinius charged into combat and basically went with a challenge with Lucius, and I was about to roll her attack rolls. I went, oh, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Sanguinius, I'm going to attack. You don't go first. What? And Lucius had better initiative than Sanguinius. So that was fun. He did fuck all, but it was just the audacity that this captain of the 10th company of the Emperor's Children went before Primarch. He couldn't hurt him, but he could go first, and he did, and then he died, along with the Phoenix Terminators that was with him. I just realised that I missed off Spoiled Meat Red. It's a fantastic colour. You should try it. I get that from Vulture, not Vulturum. Who's the other dudes? Volpa, Legio Volpa. Their armour scheme is the colour of spoiled meat. I mean, even sun scattered. Right. Pardon me. It's so much easier to actually just go over it after the fact. Ba-ba-ba. That's the other thing with this Vallejo, because it's so thin, it doesn't disrupt any details and that, but it goes on so easily on these model. So tidy up is so much quicker and easier. Even the bits you missed out. Oh, ow. Oh, hello. You sneaking in there? I thought you was meant to be away with the good lady. Were you in the bath again? Hello, Stell. hope you have a wonderful time down. Oh no, Taunton was where he was last week, wasn't it? I hope you have a wonderful time wherever you are. I know how to spoil her. Hey. Focus, damn you! I wonder if there he is. Sergeant Solitaris, as I call him, on the base of a War Master. So that's what I'm entering into that Legends of Paint thing. When I doth go off to the store anniversary at Warhammer World. Give it a go. And these little dudes, these were nothing but grey plastic at the start. So that's what they'll end up. Focus! Focus, damn you, or a headbutt you. He focused earlier on. We like this one better. Hello, how are you? Ross. Well, that's you know, if it focused, you'd see like, oh, so, oh, God damn it! There was actually cheeky scale reference to that time, yeah, and that's I say that's the new scale Space Marines. Right, gonna have to go, or she'll kill me. Love you, mate. Love you too. Love you both. Mwah. Have a wonderful time, and don't get into too. Oh, fuck you! Of course you're gonna be in trouble. Enjoy your hollybobs. Alicord. Oh, we love you, Forge. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love you. Love you all. I feel very emotional now. Right, we'll do some basing. Well, we've done the basing. We just got to do the paint on the basing. Booba shaker. Actually, Nigel, I'll just send you over something quick. Flashback. Scale creep. Right, I've sent it to your Facebook. Yeah. Right. La 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 la. La 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 la. Forgot to mention, are you buying the Trioris Squadron for the Mechanicum transfers to split them up and your robots up? Well, you've got the Cryos will be out, so I'm assuming you have the same decals in there. So if I get them and you get the the Krankos Squadron as well, there should be plenty to go around, I would imagine. But yeah, definitely got to get those decal sheets, I would have thought. It's a shame they weren't with the actual battle force. La 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 la. Stretch. Blow dry. It's always nice and straightforward doing these bases. I don't faff about. Just get them done. Simple, effective. Everything's the same. Can't go too far wrong this way. Another quick blow dry. blast. And there you go. I knew there was one that was loose. Oh, thanks, Jess. So they are really quite straightforward, quick and easy to do. So, not that it's going to focus. You're such an arsehole, camera. Well, they look pretty good to me, so that's the main thing. But yes, so that's some more in just in time, because I think that's about it for me. Oh, I'm crashing through 3 calyx, no, 4 calyx and 2 cavas, 3 cavas, and a little drone Vulturax. But yeah, I think that's probably me done. Well, it's almost 11 o'clock, so yeah, it is pretty much me done. But yeah, it's quite a good productive stream from start to finish. So a little 1 or 2 details to be done, but yeah, I'll do that in post. But yeah, that's not bad going. And say thank you for all hanging out and visiting, those that popped in and popped out, and everything else for a Wednesday. Pretty good going. Definitely pretty good going. And Saturday, I'm just got to figure out what to do Saturday, because I've got more Mechanicum stuff. So I've still got like the Castellax and Domitard and stuff to be doing, but yeah. But for now, that lot's done. So that's another load of big stompy robots for my big tiny stompy robots battle force, which I'm really pleased about. So the Mechanicum is definitely coming together well. So I guess that's all to say is thank you very much for hanging out, and we'll be back on Saturday for some more. We will see what happens this Saturday. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week and happy hobbying, people. So take care. Bye.